Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm International Show, hailing from Boston, of course, here at Standing Ovation Entertainment. And a little about myself. I am an artist, an engineer, and a producer, and a musician, a lot of things, actually. And I have had a recording studio for the last 10 years. So I'm at the newest location right now. I started the studio in 2010 in Austin, from 2010 to 2012. And then from 2012 to 2018, we were in Quincy, downtown Quincy, Quincy Center. And then now from 2018 until the present time, we're in this new location in Weymouth. So I just wanted to really just thank the BBB for, granting me this amazing opportunity to share with you guys my expertise or my knowledge of creating and mixing a hit record. Now, this is just my input. This isn't like, learn from, this, it's not the proper way or the proper way of, there's no right and wrong to mix a record. But I want to make sure that I let you guys know that this is my way, this is my interpretation. And I've mixed, throughout the 10 years, I've mixed and sat with a bunch of artists, such as Bia, Ariana Grande, Jonah Lucas. I've mixed records for Yo Gotti and a couple of other people. And I am actually also in the process of creating a PDF for you guys that are interested in the way that I mix. If you like the seminar or whatever the case is, if you want to know a little bit more into depth of it, I'm creating a PDF, and you guys can go to showmixedit.com and input your name and your email. And as soon as the PDF is live, we'll send you guys an email and a link to get that. But we will get started. So I'm gonna share my screen, and what I'm going to do is show you guys, hey, that's pretty neat. Show you guys my single called Whoa. It has over 150,000 streams on Spotify. So I just want to show you guys like the approach to how I created this and how I mixed it. Because a lot of people tell me that this mix is really, really, really dope to them. A lot of engineers, a lot of different studios that I've been to really like this mix, and I love this mix. I had fun doing this mix. So I'm gonna break it down. We'll break it down by just starting with the instrumental first. A key component to creating a hit song is the melody. The melody has to be something that's contagious, that you can hear when the music goes off and you're listening to another song. The melody has to be something that's very contagious, that you can still replay. So I found and created and manipulated this melody, which is going throughout the whole entire song. And as you can see, I have everything here color coded. Can you see the screen? Oh yeah, it's actually cool. So let's start with the melody. Let me see. That's the hi-hat. So the melody's here. So the melody is it's a pretty simple melody, but it's something about it. It's super catchy and it's super bouncy. It feels happy. It feels bright, which also plays on how people feel. Emotions are how people feel, and music is a form of expression. So I always want to portray like how I'm feeling at the moment. So at the moment that I created this record, I was feeling excited. I was feeling happy. I was feeling energetic. So I found something that portrayed that, right? So the next thing that we have to do is make sure that your drums are super important. For this genre, there's all different kinds of genres that you can tap into, but for this genre specifically, Christian hip hop, or just hip hop in general, your drums, it is very, very crucial that your drums are smacking, for one. They have to be hitting heavy, and the bounce of it has to be something that people can move to. So I'm gonna play the melody and I'm gonna play the kick drum. I'm gonna just start it off with the kick drum. So this is the melody and this is the kick drum right here. So as you can see, it already has a little bit of a bounce to it. You can kind of tell where I'm going. And then the hi-hats are also crucial because they're like subdivisions. The hi-hats like are subdivisions that can either make the beat in the song feel faster or slower. So obviously I wanted it to be more of a high energy, high pace song. So I wanted the hi-hats to go a little bit quick. So these are the hi-hats right here. So with just those three elements, it already feels like the beat is like moving by itself, and you don't even have to put any words on it yet. So then you have to have like, you know, a snare or a clap, something that has a distinctive 2 and 4 or 1 and 3. But for this instance, it's the 2 and 4. When I say 2 and 4, that means the second beat and the fourth beat, just to identify what time signature you're in. So this is the clap that I ended up using, and sometimes it could be most times it's crucial to find the actual sound that fits into the whole entire like music spectrum. Like you can't use, like, there's certain claps that I couldn't use with that melody and with that kick and that hi-hat. It would just clash. So sound selection is a major thing, and you might hear it in like other, you know, seminars, or other producers might talk about it on their Instagram or whatever platform that they're using. But sound selection is major. You have to have the proper sound selection in order for everything to feel complete, you know. Other than that, something might feel out of whack. But this is the clap that I use for this. It's not even a clap, it's a knock. I'm gonna just solo it so you can hear what it is. So it's a knock. It's like a distinctive, it's not too bright, it's not too dull, but it cuts through the mix. So when the 808 comes in and the kick is already coming in, you know, you can actually still feel and hear the knock of this instrument. So let me so right now we have the melody, we have the hi-hats, we have the knock, and we have the kick. So actually, let me go back to the kick real quick. The kick, when I say it has to be knocking, let me go to this. This is my secret sauce. I'm giving you guys a secret sauce, really, before the PDF comes out. This CLA 2A is amazing. Like, that's all I can really say about it. And I'm gonna show you the difference. Like, I'm going to bypass it, and I'm gonna let you hear the kick without it, and then I'm gonna let you hear the kick with it, because it adds such a transient. It adds a transient to it that is just like second to none. Like, it's just ridiculous. So this is without it, and this is with it. Hear that? Just all I do is press bypass. So this is without it. And this is with it. Just like a click of a button changes the whole entire sound. So as you can see, I have that on all my drums. I have that here on the kick, on the knock, and on the hi-hat, just because I want things to cut. I want these drums to cut through. Like I said, in this genre, like, drums are very, very important. All right, so let me go here, and then to add this, and then what else I need to add is a bass. What else? I added a bass, which is an 808. So the 808 is super important in this genre as well, because it's the sub. It's the thing that rattles the whole entire car or the whole entire venue. It's super important because it adds the feeling and the emotion of the whole entire record. So this is the 808 that I added. Actually, I'm gonna play it by itself first so you guys can hear it. Ooh, I didn't even know I did that. Okay, cool. All right, so that's the 808. So now when you put them all together, I have this. And to be honest, that's the whole entire beat. It's the kick, the knock, the hi-hat, the melody, and the 808. That's the whole entire beat. The two beats don't, it doesn't have to be a lot of music. It depends on the feel of the record, and it depends on like what you're trying to get across. So I didn't want, the melody is already busy enough. So adding other instruments to that would be counterproductive to the vocals because we still didn't put vocals on it yet. You're always supposed to produce and then save space for the vocals to come in. So what I did was I went through a ton of different melody ideas vocally that a ton of different ideas vocally that I tried until I, was with this one that I'm about to play right now. So this one is, and this song, by the way, is called Whoa. It's one of my singles. You can catch it on Spotify, on all social platforms. So, give me 1 second. So here is the melody, and I'm gonna just play it by itself. Okay. I have a chat question. So perfect. So I'm gonna play the melody by itself.
Got you saying, whoa, life is what you make it. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition, God is renovating. You about to break through, that's amazing. Got you saying, whoa, life is what you make it. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition, God is renovating. You about to break through, that's amazing. Got you saying, whoa. Got you saying, whoa, life is what you make it.
So this is the melody and the lyrics. Like I said, it has to be something. I feel like it has to be something that's super catchy and a melody that will stick with you even after the song goes off, right? So with this, I'm gonna show you how I did the approach to mixing the vocals, because there is a specific way that I mix my vocals because I like things to be brighter, and I just believe in the brightness of the vocals brings more of a presence. I mean, a lot of different frequencies do too. The lower, the low mids, but a lot of the lows I roll off because it brings like this muddiness to your mix, and it's also a science with having to mix. With having to mix low and low mids, it's really a science. You have to really dial into the specific frequencies to not take out too much of it because it might make your vocals too thin. So, but I want to just show you guys my approach to this. First and foremost, I'm not a singer, so I have to put auto-tune on this. This has auto-tune on it.
Got you saying,
I'm gonna let you guys. Nah, I don't know if I'm gonna let you hear it without auto-tune because I don't want to because I'm recording this, so I don't want to have to play it back. Actually, you know what? I will. I'm gonna let you guys hear it without auto-tune.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you make it.
It's not too bad. That's all I'm gonna let you hear. That's it. And then we'll put the auto-tune back on. All right. So my first approach to this is, like I said, my CLA 2A. This is my baby. by far. Since I put this on everything, like Frank's, I put that on everything. So, so my CLA 2A
got you saying, whoa, like this is what you make it. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition, God is renovating. You about to break through, that's amazing. Got you.
So this is what we're gonna do. All right, so my CLA 2A is already on. The thing about the mix, it already kind of sounds clean coming in because I do a lot of, I do a little bit of, yeah, preset, right. So what I do a lot of, or a little bit of vocal treatment before the vocals even come into Pro Tools. Like, I don't just let the vocals come into Pro Tools any kind of way. I have the UA Universal Audio, and I have and it have this function that's called unison. So in my unison, I will have either my Avalon compressor or my SSL compressor, where I can dial in to take out certain frequencies of the room that I don't like, so I can make sure that when the vocals come in, there's less work. I don't have to do so much work. So as you can hear, it already sounds pretty clean.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you make it. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition, God is renovating. You about to break through, that's amazing. Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you make it. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition, God is renovating. You about to break through, that's amazing. Got you saying, whoa.
All right, so then the next step I do is I'll have the SSL, Legacy. This is my, oh my goodness, my E series. This is everything. I'm not gonna go through every single thing on this module, but I'll show you what I do. So this already adds this is where I can really get in depth with how I want to treat each vocal. Like, I have this is my preset, which I have for every session, but I have to, everybody's voice is different. So for my voice, this is what I did to adjust it. These are the frequencies that I messed around with for countless of hours. I did so many passes on this record for countless of hours until I got it to where I wanted it. So these are where my highs are, the hertz that my highs are at, my high mids and my low mids and my lows. So I roll off about maybe 98 to 100 hertz of the low end, just so that I don't get any of that mud. And a lot of times what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to roll off first before you're supposed to, cut first and roll off first before you do any boosting. So as you can see, I don't do there's not a lot of boosting here. Like, it's not boosted all the way up here or all the way here. It's just a little bit so that the clarity cuts through. And I'll let you hear how that sounds.
Got you saying, whoa.
I'll let you hear how it sounds without it.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you make it. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation.
All right, now I'll let you hear how it sounds with it.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you make it.
Already, huge difference already. And I have a little bit of compression here as well. Not too much compression, but I have a little bit of compression just to make sure I can, every step I want to make sure that I contain the vocal a little bit more. But too much compression will take away from some of the transients in your vocals and the wave. So you don't want to overly compress, because you can squash your vocal and you can mess up your mix. All right. So, and the third thing that I do is de-esser. I want to take off these I don't want to take them out to the point where they're not heard, but I want to contain them and control them. So this is the vocal without the de-esser.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you make it. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation.
This is it with the de-esser, and this is the de-esser that I use.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you make it. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation.
You hear that on that semi-Lord part?
Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation.
That's with the de-esser. This is without the de-esser.
Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation.
It's a little bit sharper. So I have to also keep in mind that my S's, and you know, if I'm not de-essing it properly, it could mix with the beat audio, and it could sound really, really harsh. So I have to keep in mind that I have to dip this enough that it doesn't clash with the beat. You know what I'm saying? Because the beat is already bright. So this is with it off.
Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation.
And this is it with it on.
Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation.
It's still there. The S is still there, but it's contained. All right. So this next thing right here is called RVox. So what RVox does is RVox is another form of compression, but it brings your vocals forward. Like, so it gives your vocals, like, it brings it out into the speakers. I don't know any other way to to explain it but that. So I'm gonna just show you what it sounds like with it off.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you making. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation.
Right. And I put a little gate on here, and the compression I use, it's not too much compression on there. And then the gain is about 1.2. But I'll let you hear how it sounds with it on now.
Got you saying, whoa.
It's already super loud. Super loud.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you making.
All right, and this is with it off.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you making.
So it's basically, it's bringing a lot more presence and it's bringing the vocal forward.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you making. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition God is renovating. You about to break through, that's amazing. Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you making.
Okay, cool. So the vocal to me sounds good, but it still sounds a little muddy. And I don't like muddy vocals. So before we go to the next step, before we go to the next thing on the chain, I want to go down here to my REQ6. So my REQ6, you're able to see a lot more frequencies that I dipped out, just to make sure that I got rid of all of those mids and low mids. All of those low mids and low end that I wanted to get rid of, and boosted the highs. Like I said, this is the way that I do it. This doesn't mean that, this is the way that, Tony Maserati, this is my way of doing it. So I'm gonna let you hear it without it.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you making. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition God is renovating. You about to break through, that's amazing. Got you saying, whoa.
Sounds a little boxy and a little muddy. Sounds like boxy and muddy. So this is with it, with the REQ6 on.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you making.
Huge difference.
Got you saying, whoa, like this is what you making. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition God is renovating.
Now let's see how that sounds with the beat. Because that's, at the end of the day, that's what we need to make sure that it's a good clap, it's a good mix with the beat. So
like this what you make. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition God is renovating.
Sounds good. I think it sounds good. It just sounds weak though. It sounds weak to me, but it's clean. The clarity is where I want it to be. It just sounds weak though. So getting back to the mixing chain, the next thing that I add is this bad boy right here, which is amazing. Pewtech has this is an actual emulation of the actual model. They have this as outboard gear, as the analog gear, and I use a lot of UAD because their circuitry is amazing. It's like, it doesn't sound fake. It sounds like the real deal. Like side by side, you can't really tell the difference of both. So this allows me to add a little bit more warmth and a little bit more of presence to the vocal to make it stand out. in the actual mix. So I'm gonna let you hear how it sounds with it, and I'm gonna have the instrumental playing as well so that you can hear it. I'm gonna let you hear how it sounds without it and with it. This is without.
Life is what you make it. Tell me, Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition, God is renovation. You about to break through. That's amazing. Got to say, whoa.
Still sounds the same. You already heard it before. So now this is how it sounds with it.
Got to say, whoa. Life is what you make it. Tell me, Lord, I'll be the motivation.
You can't really hear the difference like that right this second because but if I was a solo, I'm a solo it so that you can hear the actual difference. But what it does is all of these mids and the low mids and the mids that I took out, it's bringing it back in, but it's less. It's really really subtle. It's still giving it a warmth, but it's really really subtle. So, but I'm a solo it so that you can hear how that sounds. So this is without it.
Got you saying, whoa, life is what you make it.
This is with it.
Got you saying, whoa, life is what you make it.
You hear it, it's just very subtle. It's not meant to be overly barren, but it's very, very, very subtle. And it adds an element for me. So now we're gonna go to the Kramer Pie. This is another compressor that I like to use because it just does what it's supposed to do. I have the ratio, the compression ratio at 2:1, and not too much of the threshold because I don't want to contain the vocal too much. I just want to add another form of compression to bring out the vocal even more in the mix. So I'm gonna let you hear it without it.
Got you saying, whoa, life is what you make it.
I'm gonna let you hear it with it.
Got you saying, whoa, life is what you make it.
Now I'm contained. Now it feels a lot more like contained. So I'm gonna let you hear how it sounds with the instrumental. Because now it's a blend that's going on. It feels like everything is blending together. Okay, cool. So opposed to this.
Now this
is how it sounds with it. Alright, cool. So moving right along, this is another secret that well, it's not even a secret because Slate is everywhere. Slate makes an amazing plugin, it makes an amazing bundle, and I actually have his whole desk. Actually, I have a Slate desk with the Raven monitors. So Slate makes amazing products. What this is, I have a distressor and I have the Airy Q. So what the Airy Q is giving it a little bit more of presence with the top end of my vocal, and a little bit more brightness. And what the distressor is, it's for more of, it's like a distortion, but it's a light, you can use it as a light distortion just to bring more power to the vocal. So this is without it. Right, that's without it. And this is with it. You can hear the brightness already is the difference. This is without it. This is with it.
Demolition, God is renovation. You about to break through. That's amazing. Got to say, whoa.
Sounds super clean. It's almost where I want it to be real. This last thing that I have on the bus is called the Studer. Man, listen, Studer it's amazing. This actually should be on there. It should be on. The Studer is a tape emulating effect that glues everything together, basically, in a nutshell. It glues everything together. The Studer is, and you can dial into like the different kind of noise that you want, and the low end, the high frequency. You can dial into a lot of different things on this. And it's very, 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 very sensitive, super sensitive. Like if I even touch this output a little bit, it'll be either extremely loud or extremely low. But this is the set I have. I'm not even gonna mess with it because I like where the setting is. But this is the Studer. This is without it. This is with it. I'm explaining this to you guys, and I'm still and I'm amazed. But like, it's super sensitive, super sensitive. Like if I was to turn this up just a little bit, it would be too loud, or if I would turn it down, it'd be too low. So the Studer is another UAD. Like I said, I use a few UADs because the plugins, as you can see, are super powerful. Yeah, so let me show you guys again how it sounds without. This is with Demolition God is renovating. You about to break through. That's amazing. That you say whoa. And then you have your special effects. Echo Boy is my go-to effect. Anybody that knows me knows that Echo Boy is my go-to effect. Excuse me. What it does is it is a delay. It's a delay plugin. But what it does is, what I found out, that it dips in and out of your waves. It's just not like a delay plugin that just goes and it's just super loud all the time and you have to automate it yourself. Like Echo Boy plays the spaces of your wave. So this is Echo Boy. This is the vocal without Echo Boy, and I'm gonna play with it. Like this what you make. Send me Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition God is renovating. I'm gonna play with that. Like this what you make. You hear how it just ducks right into that little space right here? It ducks right in here. And then when the vocals come back, it pops out here and then it ducks back right here in the vocal. Like you can literally hear it. It pops out right here, and then right here it ducks back in. So that's why I love Echo Boy, because it's not an overbearing delay, you know. Like this what you make. Send me Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition God is renovating. You about to break through. That's amazing that you say whoa. Like this what you make. Amazing plugin. So that's basically my vocal chain, and I'll use that on different things. So this is right here, and I should have named this before, but this is my hook, and these are my ad libs. I call ads, and this is my verse. So, and everything is color coded. My verse it's just easier for me to see. And easier for organization purposes. The beat is green, whatever color you want, but I can see it as, I know that these are my drums, this is my melody and my 808s, this is the verse, this is the hook, these are the ad-libs. One thing about this genre of music is ad-libs are super crucial, and the ad-libs are crucial in the spaces. Like you have to really play like the spaces, like where. So this is the main hook. These are the spaces that are in the hook that you really have to make sure that something is in that's catchy or that sounds, that's ear candy. So the ad-libs are basically like ear candy. It's something that sounds good. Sometimes that's memorable that people can repeat. So let me let you hear what I did for the ad-libs in the ad-libs in the hook. Like this what you make. Send me Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition God is renovating. You about to break through. That's amazing that you say whoa. Like this what you make. Send me Lord, I'll be the motivation.
renovate.
All right. So we don't have too much time to go through all of it, but I'm going to get through this part and probably a little bit of the verse. And then, like I said, if you guys are interested in learning more about the way that I mix, and I'm going to be putting together a PDF, and I'll be doing classes on actually what we're doing right now. You can go to showmixedit.com and register for that. But I'll let you hear the ad-libs by itself real quick.
What you making, yeah? Motivating, yeah. Whip it up.
I don't even know what that is. I don't even know it, but it sounded good.
What you making, yeah? Motivating, yeah. Renovate.
I don't even know what that is either, but it sounded good. It sounded good in the music. As long as it sounds good and it feels good, then keep it. So what I have on this is I have this radio effect here, just to give it a difference than the vocals, to make sure that it stands out. I can't go through all of the specifics, but that's I have a radio effect. Then I have some reverb on there to give it more of an atmospheric presence. Travis Scott does it a whole lot. It's not as crazy as Travis Scott's, but it's there just to give it more of an atmospheric presence. And then I have this doubler 4 on. This doubler 4 is super dope, because it widens the vocals, but it also gives it like this robotic type of sound, but it's not like over the top with it. And then of course my go-to plugin. I told you I use this all the time. I use Evervoice all the time. I love Evervoice. So this is what it sounds like with the with everything.
Life is what you make it. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition, God is renovating. You about to break through, that's amazing that you say, whoa. Life is what you make it. Send me, Lord, I'll be the motivation. Demolition, God is renovating. You about to break through, that's amazing that you say, whoa. Every single column, lawyers.
So I'll just go through the verse real quick, and so that you can just see it's the same. It's literally the same plugins, same plugin set. But I'll let you hear how what I was talking about as far as the bounce and the cadence. So the bounce and the cadence is super important to making a hit record. Like, you got to understand that your vocals are an instrument, and your vocals add to the percussion of the song. So that is the cadence, that is the delivery of the song. You can either rap a song slow and make a song and it'll make the song feel a little bit draggy. So like I said, for this song, it's I have the fast hi-hats, a little bit of the fast kicks and 808s, because I want it to be bouncy and energetic. I want the record to feel like it's pushing, like it's pushing fast. So obviously the way that I wrote my verse is in that same cadence, like my vocals and the cadence and the bounce and the delivery that I have is like an instrument that I didn't add. You know what I'm saying? I'm adding it with my vocals instead of adding an actual percussion instrument. So let me let you hear the verse.
Yeah. Every single column, low, you see me through it. You the living water, keep the body fluid. I remember days I was eating ramen noodles. Mama moved that shit over, what was I doing? Duffel bags, house to house, sleeping on the couch. Trying not to wear on my welcome so they won't kick me out. I was stressing bad, talked a large amount. So many days, 100 days, and I lost count.
Like I said, the melody is still there. The melody it feels like a continuous melody. It's you can tell that there's the separation of the verse and the hook, but the melody is still there because it just felt good. The melody felt good. It didn't feel like I should break away from the melody. So actually I want to solo the verse and the ad-libs so that you can that was an accident. I wanted to solo the verse and the ad-libs so that you can hear this a little bit better. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Every single column. Low, you see me through it. You the living water. Keep the body fluid. I remember days I was eating ramen noodles. Mama moved, I should've went with her. What was I doing?
Like you can kind of feel the beat already. Like if this was just a acapella and you didn't even know the song or hear the song, you could already bounce to the beat of this. That's what I mean. Like that's what I mean by having the cadence and deliveries for your vocals, because you want to be able to actually have if you can have an acapella and somebody can feel the bounce from your acapella like that, then I feel like you're actually winning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Every single column. Low, you see me through it. You the living water. Keep the body fluid. I remember days I was eating ramen noodles. Mama moved, I should've went with her. What was I doing? Duffel bags, house to house, sleeping on the couch. Trying not to wear my welcome so they won't kick me out. I was stressing bad, talking large amounts. So many days of hunger pains that I lost count. Even when I hit the canvas, never counted out. Even when the road was dark, I never lost a route. And with all of that, I felt like time was running out. But I said, whoa.
So now you can hear it with the beat.
Yeah. Every single column, low, you see me through it. You the living water, keep the body fluid. I remember days I was eating ramen noodles. Mama moved, I should've went with her. What was I doing?
We don't have to go through the whole thing. But that's and okay, last thing before we go. My master chain is super crucial too. So there's this thing called game staging that I'm gonna explain in my PDF, showmixer.com. And that is game staging is with every step of mixing, your mix should get louder and louder. It should start at a low point, and by the time it gets to the master, it shouldn't be loud yet. Like once you get to the master, it shouldn't be loud. Your master fader should be what maximizes the whole entire mix. So your vocals and your music should not be loud going to the master. Once it gets to the master, once it's in the master, you should have plugins that enhances the whole entire record. Because what happens is if you're sending too much information to the master, when you put these plugins on here, it's gonna distort. It's gonna be very, very loud, and it's gonna distort, and you don't want a distorted mix. So I have a couple minutes left. Give me 1 second. So one thing that I use to tell how loud my mix is this VU meter. Every single column, low, you see me through it. For me, that's perfect. It's here, but when the 808 and the kick hits, it comes to about here. As long as it's not staying in this area, that's fine for me personally. So what I start with is just the G bus, SSL G bus again, UAD, my guys, and I'm gonna let you hear it without it, and I'm gonna let you hear it with it. Every single column, low, you see me through it. You the living water. Now this is what I remember days I was eating ramen noodles. Mama moved, I should've went with her. What was I doing? Duffel bags, house to house, sleeping on the couch. Try not to wear my welcome so they won't kick me out. Perfect. My makeup is about 5, and my threshold is not too much. There's not too much attack. There's not too much, and it's a quick release. It's not too much attack, and my threshold I'm not compressing it too much. I don't like when the track sounds too compressed and too contained. Other thing I use is this L3 multi. This is amazing. Multi maximizer. This is amazing. And I don't have to use, and this is super sensitive too, you don't have to use too much of this threshold, because too much of it, will distort your track. So this is without it. Every single column, low, you see me through it. You the living water, keep the body fluid. This
Every single column, low, you see me through it. You the living water, keep the body fluid.
As long as this is hitting about no more than 3 here, you're good as gold. Like if it's pushing more than 3, you have a problem, because that means that this is working too hard. Some of these plugins that you have aren't supposed to work that hard. They're just there to add, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that to complete the whole entire picture, which is, you know, a good mix and master song. And then we have a few other things here. I'm not gonna go into those yet, but I will be explaining this whole entire thing. I'll be explaining this whole entire thing on my PDF. If you guys want to follow me on social media, you can follow me at INTL Show or at Show Mixed It. If you guys have an inquiry about getting a song mixed, you can email us at the SOE Complex at gmail.com and follow us on Instagram at SOE Complex. I want to thank the BBB for this amazing webinar that they let me do, and I hope I can be back, and I hope to see you guys soon. All right. Peace.
Thank you so much.